Something I wanted to cover here as far as new stackers and precious metals. Make sure that you're keeping, I'm going to hit on a couple notes here, but make sure you're keeping enough fiat in the bank to cover probably 60 to 90 days of your bills. Like, don't get that saved up. Make sure you've got, I would say, at least 90 days worth of fiat saved up before you even start trying to really invest in silver, gold, platinum, palladium, rhodium. I'm not saying don't buy any until then. What I'm saying is don't go like, hog wild crazy. If you want to get a couple pieces every week, every month, whatever, but really focus on making sure that you have enough fiat in case of an emergency. And the reason for this is, so say you buy your silver right now at $62 an ounce, and you dump everything you've got into it, right? And so now you don't have a lot of fiat for emergencies. And let's say the emergency happens. Let's say the engine in your car blows up and you got no cash saved up. Let's say you lose your job and it takes you a month, 2 months to find another job, right? You're going to have to sell that silver. And let's just say, and I've seen this kind of crap happen, and I've seen a lot of people complaining because this happened to them. They put all their money into metals, and then something happens, and then that price drops down, and now they're dumping their metals back onto back to the local coin shop or however you're liquidating it, and you're liquidating at 60% or 70% of what you paid for it, or even less if that price bottoms out. And so now you not only didn't make any money, but you lost money. If you would make sure that you had at least 60 to 90 days worth of cash saved up in your bank account before you really start dumping a lot into metals, then what happens is when stuff goes sideways, you have that cash to rely on instead of having to dump your metals for a loss. You don't want to sell your metals for a loss at any point in time. But especially, you don't want to end up having to dump it for your bills because you put so much into the metals that you don't have the fiat to survive, to pay your bills, pay your rent, buy your food, whatever. If you're getting into metals investing, then you obviously have a little bit of expendable income. So make sure you're doing this the proper way. Don't get yourself so strapped financially that when stuff does go wrong, that you're looking at dumping metals and losing money instead of the actual hope, which is coming out ahead.